So hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'd like to thank everyone here at Volvo Cars Makati for making this review possible. And finally, I got Volvos on my channel. So what we have here today is the all-new Volvo C40 P8 Recharge. I'm actually doing a twin review along to behind the camera, the XC40. More or less, these two are the same thing, but I've chosen this C40 as the main review because this is a coupe-ish SUV. I love the rear of this all-new C40. Well, the XC40 doesn't look too bad too because it's a conventional crossover. So yet again, the looks exactly the same like with all the XC40s, including the gasoline variant. You have a ground clearance of 171 millimeters, and interesting enough, there it says in the brochure there's a wading depth 450 millimeters. So in case you're going through floods, even though the batteries are stored underneath here, you will go to them with ease. So you get interesting 19-inch wheels too. I think this give aerodynamic benefits too. Same too with the XC40. You get LED lights all around, and like with every other Volvo, you get the Thor's Hammer Mjolnir style headlights. I really love this. And you get a camera in front here of the Volvo badge, and interesting enough, being the electric version now of the XC40, there is no grille whatsoever. It's just small, but this is just to improve to the aerodynamics since there's no engine anymore underneath. So what's under the hood now of this Volvo C40? Well, interesting enough, unlike with its German competitors, usually the electric motors are stored underneath here too. And I like when you open and close the hood, I like the hinge stretches all the way forward here on this side. So this is, well, basically nothing. There's no motors here, no engine, but at least you have a front boot over here with 31 liters of space. So you can just fit like few grocery bags over here and for your charging cable. More on this too later on. And yeah, that's pretty much it here. You only can do your washer fluid right here on the left side. Here on the side profile too, you get gloss black side mirrors along too with LED repeaters. And here overall on the side profile, including too with the XC40, there's a lot of cladding here, yes, but I don't mind it since that's the common trend now with crossovers. And unlike with the XC40 rear quarter panel, which has a boxy design, this is more like it for me with the C40. Gives it, again, as I said, a coupe-ish vibes. And what I like with the C40, Volvo still incorporated their signature taillight for the C40, even though it's already slanted. And here at the rear, yeah, I really love the rear. And you get a gloss black spoiler over here that actually functions. And my favorite part too with this, two flaps over here. And there's no holes or slats over here for aerodynamic purposes. But then again, having the slanter rear, this one is more aerodynamic than the XC40. More on the details to it in a bit. You get a Recharge twin badge over here. C40, there's no more X since, again, this is not the XC40. And open the boot up. Alright, so this is the total space of the C40. So this one totals at 413 liters. Yes, this is 40 liters less than the XC40 because, again, of the rear sloping roof. Another trademark with Volvo, you get cubby spaces on either side, and the floor can be extended like this. So in case you want to carry more grocery bags over here that are plastic, you can hang them over here. And the underfloor storage is pretty massive too. It has your EWD2. There's a center latch over here, so in case you want to carry longer items here at the rear. And finally, when you fold all of the seats down now too, this one stands at 1,205 liters. Yeah, that is like 120 liters less than the XC40. Then again, it's down to the sloping roof this time. 1,200 liters though for a crossover, that's still not bad, I gotta say. So yeah, that's about with the exterior and the boot of this C40. I haven't talked about the motor yet. So let's talk about that more now when we get to the interior. So this is the interior of the all-new Volvo C40. So a little bit refreshing now that I got to sit in a Volvo again after almost 2 years. So I did my first ever Volvo review. Shout out to my friend JR with his Volvo XC40 diesel. So check that out on my channel. Beware with the quality because that review was literally 2 years ago. So here in the door card, very interesting materials overall here in the interior. So you get somewhat of leather-ish here on the door cards. You get to Harman Kardon systems all around, and I like here in the door card your memory seat buttons, window switches, and you get this felt baseball like material here in the door card. sounds pretty good too. And during the Volvo Recharge twin launch of this, I think a couple of months ago, if not mistaken, everything here in the interior is all eco-friendly. So a lot of recycled materials here in the interior, which I commend Volvo for. Hence too, this is an electric vehicle. Everything here is still plush, but it's not like the usual leather like with some other Volvo vehicles. So same here too with the seats. The leather and the Alcantara-ish material feel actually not so bad for what this is. Yes, the leather is a bit rough, magaspang, but it's still not bad. Feels much more premium here than usual. So here in the left side of the dashboard, you get one air conditioning vent, 2 card slots, and a button for your electronic tailgate. And then here in the steering wheel, there's less buttons here now than usual. So you get for your cruise control functions on the left side and your instrument cluster and infotainment buttons here on the right side. So you have an all-new instrument cluster here too in the middle. Not much going on here, but at least all of your important info is displayed there. And then comparing only with some other Volvos, you have a much smaller infotainment screen here. There's still a lot you can do too. So being the electric C40, here's for your range assistant, your car status if in case it needs servicing, and then here for your air quality. That's very handy now in today's environment. And then you only have Apple CarPlay here. Sadly, there is no Android Auto. I'm an Android user myself, but I really wish there was Android Auto for this. But then again, Apple CarPlay fans can rejoice with this new C40. And comparing again only with the XC60 diesel, which I really love by the way, there's less things to play around here in the infotainment system. But I think, being honest, this is more like it. You don't have to control most of the features here anymore in the infotainment system. And to being the electric version, there's less buttons here now than usual. So below the infotainment system, you have your heating functions, hazard button, and your tuning knob for your radio. And then way further down, 2 USB-C ports, a 12-volt socket, and a wireless charging pad. Along to with extra spaces, there's 2 halogen lights on either side. And only for the driver's side, you get this weird cubby space over here. I think phones will just fit over there. And back here on the dashboard, okay, a lot of I think those, yeah, squidgy material, still nice to the touch. And I love the right side of the dashboard, which has this interesting design for the plastic. I know this is recycled plastic here too. And then glove box, okay, pretty small. At least there's an extra compartment above along to what the light. And then back here on the seats too, like with every other Volvo too, you get Swedish flags over here on either side. And surrounding the gear shift, yes, there's a lot of gloss black along to with 2 cup holders, but at least you're not gonna touch most of that anyway. You're gonna be touching the parking brake button only. Center console box, the leather still feels plush. You have a decent amount of space, and like with every other Volvo too, you have a removable trash can here. I don't think I'll be using that for a trash can because I don't want to keep cleaning it. But I think you can just literally put your phone there if you want only. And then above here, you have your safety reminders, SOS button, and your touch sensitive LED lights. Should have left that on. And party piece too with this C40. Along to with the XC40, you get your moonroof over here. Looks really, really good. And then sun visor, you have a vanity mirror with LED light. Voice command microphones here on the left side. Weird it's not above here. Don't extend to, but quality yet again is very good nevertheless. And then back here too in the infotainment system, you have your top-down 360-degree view camera. The quality there is very, very good, I have to say. And for adjusting for the climate control, is all here too in the infotainment system. Actually, it's not really bad. I mean, just do it all over here, and then that's pretty much it. You don't have to do like secondary buttons, unlike with some other German brands out there. So yeah, that's about it here too. Oh yeah, I just saw now you get ambient lighting too for your feet. I just discovered now, comparing with some other Volvos only, yes, you still have your conventional gear shift, but it's see-through now. Actually, you can hold it for me a bit better now than comparing with the ones with the crystal. So yeah, that's about here in front of this Volvo C40 Recharge. Let's check out the rear seats. So these are the rear seats of the Volvo C40. So here in the door card, exactly the same like the ones in front, but interesting shape now since this is a coupe-ish SUV now. still solid. I really love that. Space here in the back, actually pretty good. I have excellent feet room and knee room. Despite the moonroof and the sloping roof design, I have just enough headroom too. I'm 5'4" by the way. So I think around maximum here like 5'6", 5'7", or even 5'8" will be okay here in the rear. So you get two net storages behind both front seats, and then here in the middle you have two air conditioning vents and two USB-C ports. There is a large transmission panel, but sitting here in the middle overall, actually still okay. And the cushion actually for the middle seat is much more comfortable than the left and right side of the seat. But the seats here overall exactly the same like the ones in front. Still very good material, and with the recycled materials yet again, as I explained, the ones in front. Then here in the middle you have a central armrest with flimsy cup holders. I know you can open this middle. Yeah, there's the central loading hatch here in case you just want to carry longer items, even for the floor and the door. And then here too, it's that baseball felt like material yet again. And then above here you have two coat hangers, and then touch sensitive LED lights yet again. Turn that on. You have two pop-out isofix anchor points on either side. And then, yeah, space in the XC40 though is much better. You have way better headroom than usual now, since that's a way more boxier rear. So let's talk about the electric motors now of this C40 and the XC40. So being the P8 Recharge trim models, so these are all four-wheel drive vehicles with the battery size of 75 kilowatt hours with 408 horsepower and 660 Newton meters of torque. The numbers alone are much more powerful than the German competitor that I've driven almost exactly a year ago now. So I really can't wait on how this will drive. And acceleration time 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is done in 4.7 seconds, and top speed is limited to 180 kilometers per hour. Whoa, that sounds okay, really immense. And the range is actually for both vehicles, I thought they were the same, but you know, so I think the XC40 has a range of 537 kilometers, but for this C40, it's 549 kilometers. Pretty interesting. So what I can conclude why this has a little bit more range than usual, yet again, it's the aerodynamic benefit of this sloping roof design. So yeah, that's pretty much it here with this Volvo C40. Let's go for a drive. Gonna drive this Volvo C40, remember. So a few more things I noticed. One pedal driving over here. There's actually just two modes. It's on and then automatic, so I'll just leave it off for obvious reasons. And then another mode here, there's a steering feel firm function. I left that on for obvious reasons because I prefer heavier steering. So here we go. Gonna drive. Okay, so far so good. So thank God I'm driving a Volvo once again na. Here, remember, this is all-wheel drive, and you have 408 horsepower on the top. So let's try it out. Oh my God! We have tilt and telescopic. I forgot to lock it. Wow! That's insane. So remember, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time is done in 4.8 seconds. Overtaking is very much easy. Oh my God! Wow! And 660 Newton meters on the top. Jeez, this is so quick. Yeah, it's the throttle performance is actually pretty good because it's not, once you step on the throttle like that, it's not too violent compared with its with the German competitor. And the brakes of these two feel pretty stiff, yes, but it's not so bad. It does not vary from, like, sometimes it's too long, it's too short. This one is just one constant feel for now. Maybe it's because down I just turned the one pedal driving off. And here we started with 64% of battery and 330 kilometers of range. And just driving here around in Pasong Tamo sensibly at the moment at high speed. Not much tire noise going into the cabin. Yes, it's still present, but then again, it's not so bad. So here, going over metal sheets on the road. Yeah, copes, bumps, and I assume humps too, perfectly. And something I noticed too, comparing with other electric cars that I've driven, this is surprisingly comfortable. I don't feel the suspension here. Yeah, I don't feel that suspension is too stiff. I mean, it's just the right amount, but it's not like some, it doesn't feel like a sporty driving for a crossover. Yeah, here a bit more for pavement. Yeah, remember, these are still running on Pirelli tires. And yes, there's some tire noise translating into the cabin, but it's still a quiet experience here, and we're just driving 40 kilometers per hour now. So let's go to this gas station where I always test these suspensions when I always get to drive here in Pasong Tomo. And the steering, yes, this one's the heaviest mode. I did try out the feel firm off. Yes, it's really light, so this will be a very easy electric car to drive, but I just prefer the heavy steering feel. So here's that bump test. Yeah, the suspension, yes, you can feel it's a bit firm, but it's a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, going over a lot of gas sheets. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, the suspension is firm, however though, it's still way more comfortable than the German competition. Not to my surprise though, hence being a Volvo. Turning radius of this is actually surprisingly not too bad too, and as I said too in the showroom, with your top-down 360-degree view camera, this is as well one of the best, better resolution for any camera systems I've tried out so far. And as well, being all-wheel drive, yeah, going at high speeds earlier as I demoed, it's very stable on the highway. This will be a very good highway cruising. Even though you have a very big C-pillar, yeah, anyway, it's not so bad. At least you still have the corner cameras all around. And then here now, let's floor it. Oh my Jesus Christ. Overtaking will be very easy in this C40, and let's not forget to with the XC40. Right, so what else to talk about with this C40? I think this is one of the best electric cars I've ever driven. Yes, I know straight line performance is really good, but what attracted me the most is the price and the comfort of the C40 and XC40 models. So there's a big difference too with the prices. So for this C40, this one costs 4,390,000 pesos, but for the XC40, it's 4,190,000 pesos. Yes, there's a 200,000 peso difference. It's a no-brainer for me that I will get the C40 because I'm a big fan of coupe-style SUVs. But make no mistake too, if you want a bit more practicality, yeah, you should definitely get the XC40 instead. Battery level now is at 63% and 320 kilometers of range too. So this as well, if not mistaken, is one of the best electric range vehicles out there too. And for the charging times of all of this, for the AC slow charger, yeah, this one will take the usual 7 to 9 hours, and then for the DC fast charger, if you extend the one below, it will take around 30 to 40 minutes depending on the charge level. So it says in the brochure 20 to 80% will be done in 30 minutes. That concludes my review of the C40 and a quick walkthrough too of the XC40. So I'd like to thank everyone here at Volvo Philippines, here at Volvo Makati, for making this review possible, and to Sir Ramon for assisting me here in this test drive. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully to see you with more Volvo reviews too coming right up. And one more time, that's the forward collision warning just doing its thing. So bye bye.